to a new episode of Get Set Parent with Pallavi, and we have a little friend with us here. And why is he here? Because we have some very special guests on our show today. And we are here to talk about infant stimulation or baby learning. So I'm sure all of you are curious to know what infants could possibly learn. To put it very simply, infant stimulation is a process of exciting or stimulating the baby's senses so as to help a baby build memory, focus, development of the central nervous system, etc. for the later years. This is also very, very crucial because the first 1 year of a baby's life is called the golden window of opportunity, and that's when the brain develops the most rapidly. So today is a very, very, very important episode for infant learning. So we'll jump right into it. But before that, have you subscribed? You need to subscribe now to my channel Get Set Parent with Pallavi. We discuss a variety of issues on our channel, and you also need to press the bell icon for further notifications. Hey everyone, I have some very special people with me on today's show. That's Nimisha and that's Vipul. Hi guys, and thank you for taking all the trouble to come here. And can you introduce these little chief guests of ours today? Who is who? Avyan.
He's 30 seconds older.
He's 30 seconds older, okay. And that is? Ivan. And how old are they now?
They're going to turn 6 months tomorrow.
They're turning 6 months tomorrow. So I was just talking to our viewers about how important the first 1 year is in stimulating the baby. So when we say stimulating the baby, we talk about awakening the 5 senses. So the 5 senses are visual, right? Sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So a baby who is stimulated in all these 5 senses in the first 1 or 2 years, 1 year and even the second year, these babies are said to have better self-confidence, better self-esteem, they reach their milestones a lot faster, and they become more eager learners. So babies typically are born with all the curiosity and the excitement to explore their whole world. So as parents, our job is to not wait for the preschool or the playgroup to start, but every second of what they're doing is actually learning. So today, in a very non-fuss way, I'm going to teach all of you what to do when you suddenly have a baby, because nobody prepares you for that, and you know how you can go about it. So I'm sure you are now slightly over getting exhausted and you're comfortable now as parents. Yes, 1 is hard enough and 2 is double. So let's start off then?
Yes.
So the first sense we're going to talk about is the sense of sight or vision, right? So typically when babies are born, they can only see about 10 to 12 inches. And any idea what colors they see when they're born?
Black and white.
Yeah, so children are seeing life in a black and white, flat, no 3D effect kind of way. But by the time babies actually become about 6 months old, they slowly start seeing red first, and then the other primary colors, yellow and blue. And by 6 months, everything has become a little 3D. They're able to start seeing, and by about a year, they're able to see all the colors, right? So one of the first things we talk about in stimulating sight is their immediate surrounding. So first of all, we need to realize that when children are at this age, they see up, and which is why we need to create top views which are very exciting for them, because by now they can almost see till there. So I have of course got a lot of paneling done, but you don't have to, do all of this. What you can do is you get a variety of wallpapers and motifs, all of that these days, very beautiful stars and sun and rainbows. Maybe you could place them on your ceiling, or even a wall which is next to where they are. So they kind of see that, and it is very exciting. The second thing that you can do is have photographs of family members around. So we've done a little bit of that also. My son is now 2, but that's how we kind of introduced all his family members, you know, your nana, nani, dada, dadi, they see you a lot more, uncles, aunts. So nice pictures of family members around the house. And of course for them, everything is exciting. The curtain is exciting, the, you know, the moving fan is exciting. All of it is very exciting. One more thing that you can try in terms of the immediate surrounding is if they're sleeping in a bassinet like this, or a cradle, or even, you know, on various surfaces of the house, if you can place colorful charts. Charts are very, very important. In fact, I even put them in my bathroom, I put them on the door, because whenever you're passing by somewhere, you can stop and show them, right? Basic colors, shapes, some wild animals, pet animals. So the first thing I want to talk about is how important the immediate surrounding is as far as babies are concerned. So just keep throwing in elements. Also, maybe you can change the angles in which they sleep so that they get a different view, right? So now let's talk about, apart from the surrounding, what else can we do to visually stimulate the baby? So one of the things is, yes, they love puppets. So whether you have small finger puppets or a big hand puppet, or like this one, which are different fingers, this is super exciting for children. You can also do simple storytelling. For example, you know, who all went to the farm? You have a cow went to the farm, mouse went to the farm, ducky went to the farm, right? So slightly high-pitched again, high-pitched tones when you talk to them. What happens is you're building vocabulary. It is also very exciting. So puppets are a favorite. And again, under 1 year, do use these tools a lot, right? Another thing which you can do at this age is use visual cue cards. So these are basically patterns of black and white and red, and essentially what we do is we show them these cards, we show it to them for about 20 seconds, and then we change that. And this is something that helps them understand patterns, understand colors, and is very exciting. So just 10 seconds, because that's how much their attention span is. Yeah. So these, if they are done regularly, really help children as well. So mirror play is very, very important for children, because that's where they first have a glimpse of themselves, and it allows them to explore who they are and what they do. So try and put a floor-length mirror in their room where they can actually play with the mirror and look at themselves. Of course, he's looking at many things today. But mirror activities are super fun for babies. Can we play head, shoulders, knees and toes? Come, let's play. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Some other tools that we usually use in early stimulation, visual stimulation, are these bottles, which are visual stimulant bottles, right? So look at this. For example, this is something. He wants to reach it. Yeah? And how about this one? Yeah? Or how about this one? Who's going to take it first? Who's all right? Yes, very good. So small light things that they can actually hold. So these are bottles which are typical learning aids for babies of this age. All of these also help in visually stimulating the baby, and they are safe, and you're not worried about how heavy they are. So a cooing, babbling, smiling baby is a happy baby who wants to be stimulated. The moment they're crying, they're bored, maybe they're hungry, they want to sleep, or also they could be overstimulated. So you need to gauge the mood of the baby. So Vipul, when it comes to smell, so children are born with an almost fully developed sense of smell. So that means they're capable of absorbing and understanding different smells and being able to differentiate from them. So of course the first smell they really recognize is that of their mom and their dad, and slowly other family members also, they start recognizing the smells of those people. But what can you do as a parent to start stimulating a little bit of smells? You can experiment, ask them to smell different objects and then put words to it, so they're able to correlate that this smell means that, and that way they're also able to build a little bit of vocabulary with that. So this is a rose. How does it smell? Rose. You're going to be giving a lot of girls these. That's a rose. Or, so if you try 3 or 4 smells at one time, they see the difference.
Okay.
What's this? Lemon. What is this?
Lemon.
So it is never too late to start this. If your child is 1, 1.5, you can get together a few things from home. It could be mint, it could be, you know, different flowers, and you can make it a fun activity, like blindfold them and ask them to differentiate between a jasmine, a rose, a marigold, and you will be surprised how many different kind of smells your little one is actually able to differentiate with.